In the music game, some artists are left at a crossroads between relying on a label to foot the bill or being completely independent and in control of your destiny. However, in Normani's case of her career, she may need to be released from her contract and set free. Let's discuss. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Beasley here. Hope you all are staying cool, calm, and collected out there. I want to talk to you guys today about this situation going on with Normani. Last week, y'all, I almost had a heart attack. And that's mainly because when I went to go play the song by the name of Wild Side, Normani's latest single, which I've been streaming every day, twice a day, probably more than that, non-stop. I'm a Normani fan. I'm pretty much gonna update y'all on Normani's career. Like, we support her over here. But I was shocked when I found out that her song was not available on Apple Music. I was just like, oh Lord, here we go again. Been around the world, seen this happen to this girl. It seems like she takes one step forward and takes about 3 steps back. I mean, even with a few weeks ago when Cardi B, I was actually petitioning to get herself pulled from the song because a lot of people did not agree that she was supposed to be on the song, which in my opinion, Cardi B wasn't needed, but her little magic on the song did what needed to be done. So, but Normani now facing having her song temporarily pulled from streaming services. Now, it was a glitch and they were able to give it a quick fix. However, it was a quick dent in her single streams. When I tell y'all, her position on the chart has dropped significantly, coupled with the fact that a lot of people are not streaming the song, to my surprise. I mean, she did everything that she needed to do. She featured a song from the 90s. She danced her ass off. She had amazing looks. She even got butt ass naked for y'all. And it's just like, what does this girl need to do to get over in the mainstream world? Now, y'all, I'm gonna speak y'all some thoughts on the situation. They may come off as facts, but 9 times out of 10, what I think is a fact, because I'm a very intuitive individual. However, y'all, I will say there is somebody sabotaging her, because you mean to tell me this girl has not put out a song in 2 years, and then as soon as her single comes out, bam, it's missing from streaming services? Something in the buttermilk ain't clean. With the fact that in order to promote a song, artists today, that's why they don't really do music videos like that, because music videos cost money. Even though back in the day they had more of an astronomical budget, these days people are coming out of their own pocket for their music videos. And I feel like Normani came out of her pocket for most of this video. Like, a lot of it went to probably the clothes budget and the dancers. But overall, it was money well spent. But it still is not doing what needs to be done. And I hate to even say this, but I keep hearing this on the social media streets that a lot of people aren't really feeling the song. A lot of people aren't really vibing with it. I guess because maybe it's not a pop song and Normani wanted to be more of a pop artist. Her song had more of like an R&B feel, especially with the rap feature. That just goes back to her team not really knowing what to do with her. They don't know if they want to put her in R&B, and they don't know if they want to put her into the pop category. And I think a large majority of it has to do with her being a dark-skinned woman, because besides Kelly Rowland, we in the US have not really had any dark-skinned female pop artists like that. Even though Motivation was a pop song, a great pop song, they still want to place her in the R&B category. Like, they even placed Rihanna, who is fully pop. To this day, she is still being nominated for R&B categories, which makes absolutely no sense, but it's just because she's a black woman. So it's like they were putting her in this pop lane, she goes away for a long time. She comes back, and she comes out with like a semi-R&B song. Even though it's very like a very catchy song and it's a very popular song, because that's the definition of pop music, is a popular song. They just don't know what they want to do with her. They don't know what award shows they want to put her on. That's why you never see her on a BET award. She's only performed on the MTV awards, because they don't want to put her and typecast her in that typical black girl box of being an R&B singer when she is not. And I feel like this whole entire project, this whole entire Wild Side project, was her proving to the label that she is worth it. No pun intended, but she's worth it. She's worth the investment and worth the time and worth the money. However, now that this glitch happened in her song, and now that her glitch has dropped down on the chart, I think the higher ups are looking at it like Normani does not sell. Normani can't get over well. She's not popular. She's not trendy. She's not what the people want. And that is absolutely not the case. Now, it's easy for me to say that because I'm a fan of her, but like overall, people that watch the channel that aren't really fans of Normani, I want to know, what do you guys honestly think about her music? Because her music is good, even though she doesn't have that many songs on her own. Everything she's put out has been great. And we gotta keep it all the way real. Colorism, I know y'all get tired of talking about it. Y'all get tired of talking about the trivial tale of a black female. Like, I know y'all get tired of it. However, colorism is a large reason as to why she has not made it to where she is, because trust with the plus, if there was a white girl dancing like her and singing at the same time, she would be shot to the moon. I mean, look at Dua Lipa, for example. And also, back to her label not really knowing what to do with her, it's also with the simple fact of, we don't really know much about Normani. Like, when I did the Problem with Normani video, a lot of people hit me up and said like, oh wow, I didn't know Normani had a sibling. I didn't know she had sisters. Oh, I didn't know much about her life when she grew up. Social media, these days, female artists especially have to beef up their social media. For the longest, Normani was doing nothing but posting like bikini pics. She wasn't really talking to her fans on social media. We don't really know much about Normani or her personality. Like, she kind of has that Beyonce-esque allure, but Beyonce achieved that allure throughout her career. Beyonce was ratchet at one time too. We knew her authentic thoughts and how she got down, but she kind of had to mute herself when she kind of did a rebrand to her being like the perfect queen bee. Normani's trying to come straight out the gate with that perfect queen bee image, whereas, girl, we need to get to know you first before you get that title. Before Wildside came out, Normani didn't really interact with her fans on social media like that. She would just post her pics and leave. Like, she didn't really do much. I think the only time I ever saw her do a live was after she performed Motivation at the MTV Awards, or like slightly before that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But however, Normani, we just don't know her. We don't know much about her except for she's a black girl and most of her aesthetic is based on the 2000s. Other than that, Normani is just a very pretty, talented black girl. And that's pretty much it. A talented black girl that wears pink and purple. So what she should do is just be more interactive on social media and actually talk to these people. Honestly, y'all, though, I think she's just very shy. Like, she's a very shy individual. Like, when I look at her, I just see a little girl. Like, a little girl that's just been thrust into the world, and she's trying to navigate it the best way that she can. And I just feel like she's afraid to make the wrong move, because for a black woman, and a dark-skinned black woman at that in this industry, is like, if you make one wrong move, your ass is out. And lastly, y'all, to keep it all the way real with y'all, I think the reason why Normani has not popped the way we want her to is because she refuses to sell her soul. That's what it is. Like, she refuses to give into what the higher ups want her to give. They want her to be that ratchet black girl stereotype. They want her to be uncouth, twerking in a G-string, just dancing around half naked, which, to be honest with you guys, and I wasn't really feeling it, her being naked in her video and her dancing with a thong on her social media, that was like a cute way for her to be like, you see guys, I'm doing what you want me to do, without actually doing what they want her to do, if that makes sense. Like, she's trying to hold on to being herself, her authentic self, without giving in and doing what is told, giving in and doing what she's being told to do. Selling your soul is not necessarily selling your soul to the devil, y'all. God and the devil exist within the same person. But I will say, when it comes to this industry game, they want you to do certain things so that you could get certain things. And she's like halfway in the door. She doesn't want to step through that door 100%. And that is what's holding her career back. And that's why she's always, and like, that's why her career is always in purgatory and it doesn't really go anywhere, because she does not want to lose herself. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I was hard on her from the beginning, and for that, I do apologize, Normani. I do. She's holding herself back because she doesn't want to lose herself. That's what it is. Normani is holding on to her integrity and the woman that she is and the woman that her parents raised her to be. I mean, she even said in an article that she was even afraid to even show her dad the video, yet alone the song. So that lets me know right then and there that like she has a lot of pride and integrity versus someone like, I hate to even compare the two, but like Cardi B, who sold her soul for an extent. Like Cardi B, she got everything that she wanted, but yet since she like gave in and did what they told her to do, she's not happy with any of it. And Normani's seeing that, it's just like, oh, like I could do this, but how will I feel 6 months from now? Cardi B does not really feel good about herself, and she knows it. That's why whenever you see her lashing out on these bloggers and lashing out on people that talk bad about her, is because 9 times out of 10, what they're saying about her, she feels about herself, and it's being regurgitated back to her. It's like she's always looking up at a mirror of like, what have I become? Like, I did all this, but at what cost? But not saying this is all 100% like accurate, but y'all, that's just how I feel. That's just what I see. But Normani, I'm always going to be in her corner. Always going to be rooting for her, like all of her fans. Normani is an amazing, immensely talented, probably one of the most talented individuals that we have out of this new generation of musical talent. And I don't want her to give up and be deterred from achieving everything that she can achieve. But if she's being told to do certain things that do not serve her and do not sit right with her, then girl, just don't do it. And if you need to step away from music, I'll completely understand. I mean, there's many other avenues you can do. Like, she can always be a model. She does a lot of that on her Instagram. She can always do acting. She just needs to, like, get out her shell a little bit. But, I don't want her to give up. Because out of everybody, she has it. And I don't want her to lose it due to all these outlying factors that are coming against her. Like, we all just need to pray for her. Pray for your girl. Love you, Normani. If you see this video, just keep on pushing and be true to you. Not what they're telling you to do. But those are my views on the situation. Normani, keep your head up, girl. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to come at you guys with some more content.